Henshaw here again, Constitutional Kook headquarters. Just on the same day, the 9 parts are opening the new session in my former hometown of Washington, D.C. But we'll see if I read the tea leaves. Well, I hope we see some changes and maybe big ones coming there. But the purpose of this video is to update you on my last video on this subject, where my friend Adam Berkey in Southern California sent a great petition in 166 pages. I get that. I write long documents like that too. Got summarily returned by the clerk of the U.S. Supreme Court without being filed and without any justices even seeing it. He subsequently talked to this idiot on the phone and ordered him to file the documents. And he said he wasn't going to do it because Rule 1 of the U.S. Supreme Court gives him the authority to do what he did. Now, that can't be possible. Maybe it applies to the appellate jurisdiction. Maybe Congress has some authority there that they shouldn't have, but they do have it. But for the clerk to make that statement, and I don't even know if the justices know, and as a result of this, he sent a letter by a restricted delivery to Clarence Thomas, and I sent one to Samuel Alito asking questions about this. I mean, this is impossible. We have better status than states do in that court. And when they file papers, in theory at least, until the last term, they were mandatory, not discretionary. And Thomas and Alito both lit up about that and said, wait just a minute here. And I think the 3 Trump appointees are on board here at least, but they got told to stand down for the time being. But for us to have this happen, even if and it could have been worse, by the way, it could have been the FRCP promulgated by Congress, which has no members in the House or the Senate. But the Supreme Court rules, I don't think can do it either, because that's effectively a suspension of the writ of habeas corpus, which is exactly what my friend submitted. And you can check it out, by the way, on thespiritoflaw.com. And there'll be some additions to it, quite possibly his letter to Clarence Thomas and maybe mine to Samuel Alito in the mix. Restricted delivery, they personally have to sign for it. This hopefully gets around that bastard clerk. I don't know who the hell he thinks he is. But it can't work this way if we have a nation and republic of defined and limited powers. So this case could end up being a major breakthrough, not to mention other ones that both of us have on the way to the same court for other reasons. So I will keep you posted about that. In fact, I think Alito, according to the post office, is scheduled to get his love letter tomorrow sometime. And we will see what happens. But for them to do that and say we don't have any remedies at all, in effect concede that the Supreme Court is not a constitutional court, yet it is the only one created by the Constitution. And the 9 parts of the Supreme Court has ruled, albeit inaccurately, in Cary v. Curtis, 3 Howard 245, Congress has no duty to create any lower federal courts. Now, the reason for that, for those of you who don't know, the time they decided Cary was about 1842, and we still at that time had states admitted into this union, and they had federal district courts there that also had Article 3 circuit court jurisdiction. So even if Congress didn't create them, they had them, and or the states themselves, the state courts of common law general jurisdiction had concurrent federal jurisdiction. Case there is Claflin v. Houseman, 93 U.S. 130. Now we have nothing. And if we don't have the Supreme Court, less than nothing. And that's what we're asking them. What the hell is going on? This is some of the best paperwork I've ever seen. And my friend Adam does it in a lot more cognizable form, to these public servants than what I do. And I may be changing a little bit the way I do things, but from my position, principal and agent, we tell them what to do, not the other way around. We get that back, we're going to solve a lot of problems, and very, very quickly. So that's the thinking that's necessary here. So like I say, there'll be an updated video on this as soon as it's developed there, and with them back in session, who knows how long that might take, but at least they're there now. And they're going to have to answer and some more petitions that we're sending, and even better things I'll be talking about in upcoming videos too, that may be our way out here. You're going to love all of it. Oh, that said, by the way, send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com. I'll get you information about my modestly priced constitutional defense document packets and some bonus documents for you to study with information you're going to love. And better yet, remember to subscribe, tell your friends, get the word out. The sooner we start working together across the board, Africans, Americans, and Asians, good status, good court, good issues, the quicker we get these bastards off our backs. Thank you.